Before we get into today's video, guys, I do want to give a special shout out and a rest in peace to Kevin Conroy, the voice actor for Batman in the animated series, and he voice acted Batman in the Arkham universe, except for Arkham Origins, but the rest of the other three he did voice act them. And a special shout out and a rest in peace to Arlene Sorkin, who voice acted Harley Quinn in the Batman animated series. You know, these guys will hold a special place in my heart just because I am a huge fan of these both iconic characters, and it's super sad to see these guys, go. But today I do want to talk about, this is going to be a little bit of a different style video. This isn't going to be any script or anything. It's going to be more of like a rant video. So please excuse me if I do sound like I'm rumbling like on and on. But I was at home recently and I was replaying Batman Arkham City, which I feel is definitely one of the better Batman Arkham games. Thinking about how Rocksteady didn't incorporate that much of the Bat family into the game like they made it seem. I mean, we do have Batman Arkham Asylum, and you guys know that game was specifically meant to be targeted around Batman himself, as he's on the asylum trying to get these inmates back into their cells. And then we get Batman Arkham City, which released October 18th of 2011. And I felt like developers were moving forward in the direction of using the Bat family more, especially with Catwoman having her own playable part in the game with her own side mission, and even Robin with the Harley Quinn's Revenge, where she has essentially apprehended Batman, and Robin has to be the one to get him back. You know, we got that a little bit from DLC from the developers, and then after that, these characters, they're just gone, they're cut. You can't play with these characters again except for Catwoman. She's the only one in Arkham City that you will be allowed to switch in and out of. Mission wise, even without missions, you can switch in and out of Catwoman just so you can roam around Arkham City. And then it was something I felt like was teased in the next Batman Arkham game was to release, and we could get more incorporation from the Bat family. But Rock Studios, we didn't really get as much as I feel like that we should have. I keep bringing up Catwoman because she is a part of the Bat family. You know, even in the comic book, she's a part of the Bat family, and I feel like her screen time was substantially done more, and she had a longer screen time than somebody like Dick Grayson's Nightwing or Tim Drake's Robin. You know what I mean? Her screen time was just super lengthy, super substantial compared to some of these other characters. Now, I do know we transitioned over to Batman Arkham Knight, and then we did get to play as some of these missions, some of these characters. I mean, you get your own DLC from the Red Hood. He has his own story pack, Jason Todd. You got Batgirl, Family That Matters, Barbara Gordon with Tim Drake's Robin. Then you get the Catwoman's Revenge for Selena Kyle, and then you get the GCP Lockdown as Nightwing, aka Dick Grayson. And each one of these DLCs were super short except for Batgirl, Robin, A Family That Matters. But again, that's all we were given, from the developers. I feel like these characters like Nightwing and Robin in particular, because by the time that Arkham Knight was released, Barbara Gordon was already Oracle, so she didn't really have a major role into the game as Batgirl. That's why they essentially branched off and gave us that DLC, just because she was Oracle by the time Arkham Knight released, due to the fact that Joker shot her and she was paralyzed, essentially from the waist down. I just think some of these characters were kind of like missed opportunities from developers. Now, this is not me crapping on Rocksteady Games at all. This isn't me doing anything like that. But all I'm saying is, like, if you look back, there are a lot of missed opportunities that these guys didn't really capitalize on. I feel like Nightwing should have been involved a lot more than he was in Arkham Knight, instead of just having a mission involving the Penguin and the shipments to Bloodhaven. I feel like he should have been used a lot more. And let's take a second to look at like the Family That Matters using Batgirl and Tim Drake's Robin. Now, I know he wasn't the main playable character in the DLC. Tim Drake Robin was more of like a support character. It's strictly focused on Batgirl, but you can see like this is something that developers could have done that isn't like a super long DLC, but it was lengthy enough to be able to enjoy these characters and even find like hidden Easter eggs. Like if you go through A Family That Matters in Batman Arkham Knight, you guys can see characters like Starlo. You guys can see those characters in that DLC. Now, if you guys don't know Batman, that was Batgirl and Robin, that was A Family That Matters was a DLC featuring Harley Quinn and a Joker. Batgirl was trying to get her father back from the Joker who had captured her. He's like, well, if I see Batman, I'm just going to kill him. I want you to come. I want, just the sidekicks. Essentially, just Joker screwing with, Barbara Gordon. Now, I did know, I do know they did come up with the Gotham Knights, something that was completely focused on the Bat family outside of Batman, because he was passed away in that universe, or, he was dead. He was resurrected from the Lazarus pit from Talia al Ghul. But I do feel like this, it wasn't like it wasn't the Arkham Bat family, right? We do get Gotham Knights. It focuses on Batgirl, Tim Drake's Robin. You get Red Hood, you get Jason Todd as Red Hood, and you get Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Now it did focus on these characters, but it isn't like the Arkham family, you know. And if that makes sense, I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to you guys, but just again, I just feel like this was just a missed opportunity. Like the Arkham Bat family was somebody that I feel like should have been done more in the game. You know, we should have been able to get, I'll say, maybe an hour and 30 minutes long DLC from each one of these characters. You know, Red Hood had the shortest DLC of them all. You know, his DLC was so short while he's trying to infiltrate and find Black Mask. That DLC was super, super short. You know, but like I said, I just feel like it was just missed opportunities of them not using the Bat family from the Arkham series. I feel like the time that we did get in the interactions with these characters, it was amazing. Some of the best dialogue that I've seen game-wise, even like with characters like Nightwing and Batman as they both teamed up, like I said before, and to take down Penguin and his men. And then after that, it's nothing. He goes back to Bloodhaven, Batman transitioning into the Nightfall protocol to where essentially he's not going to be Batman anymore. You know, some of these character interactions that we got from the Arkham universe, it felt heartwarming. It felt like, you know, that last conversation between Nightwing and Batman was some of the best dialogue that I've ever heard in the game. You know, this was some of the best dialogue in the Arkham universe. You know, but I am curious as to what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about the Arkham series? Do you think that Rocksteady could have done more with the Arkham series in regards to the Bat family, or were you guys satisfied by the amount of the screen time that these characters got? If you did enjoy today's video, as always, please hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will be catching you guys on the next video update.